Okay, this test number 5. What you see before you is a new swirl device that I made up that creates the level 4 flame, the thermoelectric flame. I've taken 3 feet of number 18 stainless wire, just wrapped it around there. So we're going to take the old one out and try this new one. It has about 3 times more wire on it. And over there you see the ideal mantle for a light, and inside I have a one of those things you put in railway tracks. I've been heating that up. I do have the fire turned up higher than I don't have it on low. I have it on maybe low to medium just for this test. So if you want to do some tempering, this would do it for tempering. Railway spike. You turn it down. Just turn the air down there. Now I'm turning down the propane. Too much. It's very, very hard to set. I need some new devices here. Okay, it's almost zero flame there. We're going to try the mantle. I've never tried this before, so I don't know what it's going to do. Take it from here, pop this end in so it gets charged. May not do nothing. I think it might be just too hot for it. Adjust the exhaust. It's too hot for the mantle, it's destroying it. You know what mantles are made out of. I like to focus on making the simplest and the most efficient emergency heating systems in the world. And I'm calling upon you out there, and to my new friend in Belgium, to Ruby, and to my other new friend in Italy, down in the States, Michigan, and other places, to work with me on this, to bring this technology to the world, to make a very simple emergency system. That put out the, it was so low it actually went out on its own. That's good, because we'll just turn it off here, and we're going to try switch out our deals. So in a test like this, I make sure the main propane tank is turned off. We'll undo this. And just tap out the scroll device. There we go. I like to make the best, simplest stoves in the world, and perfect the units and get the plans out to you so people in every country can begin to make their survival stoves. So those that work with me on this to help me get this off the ground, this may give jobs to people. The whole world's going into recession and maybe depression. That survival technology may, well, it's going to become the #1 technology. Simple technology. It's going to make people a lot of money And they can use that money to further the cause. Now this will eventually run off wood gas. What you see here can be duplicated to run on wood gas. Alright, we'll put this back in again. This level 4 flame is really incredible. This tells me that you might be able to use different types of wire. There might be some kind of catalytic effect happening in there. The stainless tends to draw the positive and negative together. I don't know how I'm going to do this because it's very hot still. Maybe I'll okay, that'll work. Hey, it might not work here. Maybe too much wire. Hey. It's going to fit because the other one fits. Just more wire wrapped around, that's all. It's going to take a little more persuading. So I have to try to bunch the wire to go in the center. Okay. We have to come back on another part. Pipe is incredibly hot. Anyway, I'm going to put this in and come back. I'd like to show you the test done a few months after the initial discovery. And what you see there is a piece of titanium. You see the bumps on it? You can see the bumps on the outside, the bumps on the inside. That was the first test where I put a piece of porcelain into the titanium. The porcelain created its own resonant frequency to mix with the frequency of the titanium pipe and actually popped the energy out of the substructure of the titanium itself. You know, the energy was coming out of the valence, out of the subatomic space of the atoms. And you see this here? You know what caused that? There was a piece of copper end cap that they used in plumbing was in there. And using the same piece of stock, and I had the same porcelain tubing and a piece of carbon rod went in there, and the copper turned to bright orange, and it melted this, and actually when I pulled it back with a pair of pliers, the copper was remaining solid, but all this turned into a sludge. And you tell me this is normal operation? I don't think so. The copper went superconductive. And in the first test, the titanium went a bright orange, water would not touch it. And the second test proved to me that the first test that the titanium went superconductive. You see this here? This is the third test and the last test done about a year after the two first tests. This was not melted. This was sheared by white lightning light that went around. Nothing happened for the first few minutes, then it cranked up and went supersonic. And I just seen this flash of white light, and it fell. And when it hit, it made this dent. This titanium is fractured. And you tell me this technology is not going nowhere? It's going to far out past anything that's out there. So we're talking about stuff that's not even in the books yet. Okay, I'm going to come back and I actually got this in. Swirl the device into the unit. I might have to leave it cool for a bit. And we're going to test this out and see if we can actually concentrate